Nigeria on the march again.
On the march again.
Looking for Mr. President.
On the march again.
MKO is our man. Oh.
MKO is our man.
Now him go make our country better.
He's the man.
For progress and a better tomorrow.
He's our man.
Make you vote for him, my brother. I say make you vote for him, my sister.
He's our man.
Everybody make una vote for him.
He's the man.
Now him be our only hope.
He's our man.
I say now him be hope for tomorrow.
He's the man.
On the march again.
On the march again.
SDP the people's choice.
On the march again.
MKO is the man.
That was the political jingle with which late Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola stormed the political scene of Nigeria in 1993. The Ogun State-born business mogul started his career as an accountant and retired from the profession in 1988. Seeing vast opportunities in the business terrain, Chief MKO Abiola ventured into the circle, becoming the most formidable and accomplished industrialist in Nigeria and in Africa. His dexterity in business and ingenuity in investment was laced with the spirit of giving and sharing with people, especially the needy.
I care. I will still be meeting about 50 people in the house tonight, and I will attend to them. That is my life. But I will attend to them more directly, not as a charity, but as a duty.
Chief Abiola's kind-heartedness and open-mindedness saw him becoming the foremost philanthropist in Nigeria and a philanthropist without borders. The gesture endeared him not only to the masses but also traditional rulers who demonstrated their appreciation by honoring him with chieftaincy titles. Record has it that late Bashoron Abiola held more than 100 chieftaincy titles spanning across communities in Nigeria and beyond. His closeness to the people and experience as a man of charity made him realize that no matter how rich, a single man cannot attend to all the needy where poverty is reigning supreme. Bashoron MKO Abiola, the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, took a look at the country Nigeria, seeing a nation richly blessed but with the citizenry wallowing in abject poverty, no thanks to repressive, oppressive and repulsive rule by the military. Believing that no man stands aloof to correct an anomaly, MKO Abiola decided to have a shot at the seat of power. It was believed that he nursed this ambition for about 20 years before he took the political scene by the storm in 1993. The concept and content of his political jingle, which became an instant household chant the moment it hit the airwaves, captured vividly the hopeless situation in the country under military rule and the bright hope Chief Abiola represented then for the masses.
Now why for this life, oh, now so palava. I tire for this problem, I tire for life, oh. Guinea, no work, no food, no house, no life. This small water then they bring, now so dirty they pull am. This small money I they get, now so transport they chop am. School low, now headache, hospital no work. I tire for life, oh. My brother, waiting you they think, oh. My sister, help don't come. SDP, MKO, Kidibe, action. MKO, Kidibe, SDP, progress. Abiola na the hope, oh, SDP na the party to solve our problem and better our life, oh. MKO, 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 action. Abiola, 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 progress. Now him be the hope, oh, for better tomorrow.
From southwest to the east and to the north, the unprecedented crowd that converged on his campaign grounds was a credence to his popularity among Nigerians and their readiness to pave way for him to the seat of power. Concretizing the love Nigerians have for Chief Moshood Kashimawo Abiola was the fact that it was the first time in the political history of the country that a Muslim presidential flag bearer will choose a fellow Muslim as running mate without a frown from any quarter. Brandishing the flag of Social Democratic Party SDP, late Chief Abiola crisscrossed the length and breadth of Nigeria, raising the hope of the people on the impending transformation under him as president of the most populous black nation.
In 5 years' time, no Nigerian child will go to bed hungry by the grace of God.
The D-Day finally came, June 12, 1993. Nigerians had never been so faithful in performing their civic responsibilities. As the turnout was impressive, so the election was adjudged the freest and fairest. Hope of the masses that MKO Abiola would be announced the winner of the election and for him to fulfill his campaign promises was cut short by the broadcast of annulment by the then head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida.
It is true that the presidential election was generally seen to be free, fair, and peaceful. However, there was in fact a huge array of electoral malpractices virtually in all the states of the Federation before the actual voting began.
The annulment was a shock not only to Chief Moshood Abiola, but also to the entire global community that had rated the whole electoral process as a pride to democracy in Africa.
I made the wildest possible consultation and sought assurances that I would not be chasing shadows. These assurances were given, in some cases from the highest level of government. I consulted the president himself, and he gave the assurance himself that this time around he was serious. I was therefore convinced that the commitment to civilian rule come August 27, 1993 was firm, settled, and irrevocable. I could not imagine that the purported transgressions of the judiciary could possibly be today. The International Observer Group said so. NEC itself says so. They know it and they said it. In his affidavit to the Court of Appeal in Kaduna, NEC said the results were already unknown. I won.
Nigerians demonstrated and registered their displeasure over the annulment with protests, especially in the southwest. Amidst the protests, the seat of power became no doubt too hot for General Ibrahim Babangida. He exited the Aso Rock Villa, replacing himself with an interim government headed by Chief Ernest Shonekan. Few months later, the interim government was toppled in a palace coup led by the late military dictator, General Sani Abacha.
The interim national government is hereby dissolved. The national and state assemblies are also dissolved. The state executive councils are dissolved. The brigade commanders are to take over from the governors in their states until administrators are appointed. Where there are no brigade commanders, the commissioners of police in the states are to take over.
Yet, protests over the annulment of the June 12 election continued unabated.
It will continue off and on until the military release the result of the June 12 election and put the democratically elected president, who is myself, in charge of affairs.
The repressive hand with which the military junta sought to crush the protests resulted in many lives lost and notable Nigerians going into exile. When it was apparent that General Sani Abacha was not ready to correct the anomaly perpetrated by General Babangida, Chief MKO Abiola had to declare a government of national unity and himself as president. The declaration was seen by General Sani Abacha as an affront against his administration. The consequence was the order of arrest on Chief MKO Abiola, who was charged for treasonable felony.
The government has always expressed its commitment to dialogue as a means of resolving our internal differences. We have demonstrated this by our individual and collective efforts at holding consultation at all strata of our society. You will recall that in spite of these overtures and good gestures by government, Chief MKO Abiola flagrantly perpetuated acts which breached the laws of the land, but government in its magnanimity never gave him serious attention. His most recent action of declaring himself the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria incited the public to insurrection and attempting to topple the government by force with a view to installing himself as president, however led to his arrest by the law enforcement agents.
For about 4 years, Chief MKO Abiola was incarcerated. The death of Sani Abacha in 1998 and the subsequent takeover of power by General Abdulsalami Abubakar offered Chief Abiola the opportunity to breathe the air of freedom again. Unfortunately, the freedom was not to be, as he died in the process through questionable circumstance. Chief Moshood Kashimawo Abiola, on being released from prison, died after drinking what some people believed to be a deadly cup of tea. The man died. His wife, Kudirat Abiola, also lost her life to the political malady. Death might have prevented the late business mogul cum politician from pursuing his mandate and vision for Nigeria, but the spirit of June 12, 1993 is alive. Every year, the day is observed in honor of Chief Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola, who lost his life pursuing a Nigeria of his dream. Ondo State is not left out of the annual celebration of the icon of democracy.
Here in Ondo State, we will celebrate June 12th. It will be a work-free day in this state. So we will not forget June 12th, and I'm sure we cannot do all we are doing. We must recognize the sacrifice that Moshood Kashimawo Abiola paid.
In fact, many people believe that June 12th should be properly referred to as Democracy Day in Nigeria.
Now why for this life, oh, now so palava. I tire for this problem, I tire for life, oh. Guinea, no work, no food, no house, no life. This small water, then they bring now so dirty, they pull am. This small money, I they get now so transport, they chop am. School low, now headache, hospital, no work. I tire for life, oh. My brother, waiting you they think, oh. My sister, help don't come. SDP, MKO, Kidibe, action. MKO, Kidibe, SDP, progress. Abiola na the hope, oh, SDP na the party to solve our problem and better our life, oh. MKO, 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 action. Abiola, 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 progress. Now him be the hope, oh, for better tomorrow.